soon as it gets in, it'll pop up. Hey, we are live. Hey, yeah, there it is. We are live on good old LubeTube. So Jeff, it's great to have you.
Yeah,
How have
thanks for having me.
it's been what, 2 years now?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, man. So man, what's changed?
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
The industry itself, the world, so lots of crazy things.
right. So I'm looking forward. First and foremost, I want to say welcome to our viewers to Wrecker RC. I have we literally just tried to like put a label on you, Jeff. Jeff, you're just like, I'm gonna call the OG. So you've worked with HPI, Axial, Redcat, HobbyCo. Anybody else?
Horizon, I was there for a little bit.
Okay.
And then helped out a couple of companies like Robotronic.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Wow. So I mean, your experience is essentially legendary.
thanks.
I mean, I don't know that we can say it because you've seen behind the scenes like few have.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great experience and fun, considering it's an amazing industry to be a part of, and that's primarily because of the people that work in the industry, as you know, are just approachable, really great people, and then the customer base and just the inspiration you get with seeing customers use the product and having a good time with the product that inspires you to work harder and do more and be innovative. So. It's overall a really cool industry to be in.
So that it's interesting you highlight that. Just seeing like all the chassis builders, all like it seems like every couple of months there's something new and newly innovative coming out, and it's based upon platforms that you have been founding and working from forever.
Yeah, it's great to see the companies still in business, and companies coming back like HPI had some challenges. They recently came back into the marketplace, which is great to see. Um, and just seeing how the industry has been able to grow and be more innovative, because there was a time there where things were kind of a bit slow. There was a lot of companies copying each other, a lot of Me Too products, just a lot of buggies and truggies, and then monster truck scene came on, which was great for the industry, helped it grow, bring new people in, and then it got stagnant again. So it's great to see now what's happening as far as for innovation being applied in based on technology and creation of new segments. Um, so it's really cool to see that, and to see that these manufacturers are listening to the customers and coming out with product that the customers will actually use and they want and need.
So that's actually a really good point. The manufacturers listening to the customers. There's a few companies that come to mind when I hear that. Boom Racing, you have, and I've also seen Proline do a lot of listen to their customers and listen to the team. I've seen Trio Hobby do the same thing, even though they're newer on the scene. What really, how do you, like, as a business owner, when you were working with that and behind the scenes, how did you like really take like the billions of comments that come out and like really come down and say, hey, this is a really good point, we need to look at this? How did you take that?
Well, it wasn't just myself, it was a combination of the entire teams that I've worked with in the past and their experience and knowledge, uh, with getting information based on what the customers are doing with the product, and then seeing how that could apply to what we do as a manufacturer or the companies do as a manufacturer. One thing with all the companies I've worked with in the past is that when the product hits the market, everybody's excited within the company and everyone pays attention to customer reactions, comments, and really close attention to what the customers do with the product, because that's where a lot of innovation comes from too. Just seeing if the customers like the upgrades and things that do to the product and how they change it and personalize it, helps with decision making for the next version of the vehicle, whatever it may be. Also, if there's any ideas that come out to do something different based upon some of the components of the vehicle that was launched.
Well, I can only imagine the kind of sometimes the frustration that you've dealt with during that time. I'm going to kind of switch up the view so we can see each other and everybody can see us as we chat.
Okay.
So so the next few questions are going to kind of come from your experience. Working with Axial, working with Redcat. Um, like the Axial became the crawler, like that is the basis of every crawler out there. Everybody has an Axial somewhere. Even the guys who refuse to not buy one still find their ways to have one. Whether it's a base or just axles. How how did the innovation come? Especially with the quality of materials. You're working with China and all that. China and all that. They have their differences, especially just language barrier. How did you guys work with that to get us, like the consumers, the best quality? And there's a reason I'm asking this question, because I'm sure you know what I'm going to ask in the future.
Yeah. Well, from the standpoint of Axial, that all came from experience from working in the industry before, the people that worked for the company, their experiences in regards to engineering, the different types of materials that are out there. There's standard materials that are used in the industry for a variety of different types of products. So, but again, understanding of what materials to use. And as far as the supply base, we had extensive relationships with a variety of different suppliers and had one primary supplier that did an exceptional job for us. And we had relationships with main suppliers, sub-suppliers, which made product also. So we knew the ins and outs there just based upon our experiences in the past, which helped a lot with um, decision making. And it wasn't always as far as for ourselves as far as for the manufacturer or the company itself
Mm-hmm.
making a decision on something, because there's product designers, engineers, and then there's the production side. And typically, the supplier has their own production people, production managers, and the experts there that understand how materials flow through injection molders and so forth. And they help with decision making too on what types of material to use, how long to leave um, the product in the tool before it drops out of the tool to cool off, so it actually comes out properly. So there's a lot of different aspects to that, and there's a lot of different people involved.
That's a that I mean that's I can imagine. I teach actually a little bit about the engineering process on a daily basis, you could say. So I would not be surprised if some of my students are actually watching right now. I know them very well, and then they're going to come in next week and be like, "Ah, I saw you." So this knowledge, this intimate knowledge of the industry, and plus, I mean, look, the people you're working with, that you're bringing on with Rebel, or are on with Rebel RC, Bond Gilmer and George Kane, these guys are legends. How did you hook up with them and come up with the concept of Rebel RC?
Well, they've been friends for quite some time, and the Rebel RC actually idea came about one night with just having a few cocktails, talking about just business, and one thing led to another, and there was obviously some opportunity there, so decided to take advantage of that, and it was an opportunity to bring two different communities together. You have the full size off road community, then you have RC, and it was definitely a difference there. And then there are some people that kind of are in both communities. So the goal is just to bring everybody together. And both types of products are great products that get people involved with the outdoors, and they all have their own communities and events. So there's definitely possibilities there to do a lot of great things in the future.
Now, in what, not that long ago, I actually had on um, Command Center with Nick. Um, his big thing was, again, like you just said, applying RC and 1-to-1, where you have the rock bouncers and all, you're now having the rock bouncers drivers are now competing a second competition with the RCs. plus
That's
anybody
great.
else. Yeah. Sorry, got a German Shepherd hanging out here. Um, yeah. So I mean, I'm looking forward to see what Rebel has. And here comes the question that I knew I'm gotta kind of poke at. Are we going to be looking at not just a because I saw you have a at least one brick and mortar store, and you said you have a second one planned?
Yeah, there's another. Basically, our RC shop is inside of Rebel Off Roads facility in Laguna Hills, California. We have a retail section there. And then Rebel's going to be opening up another location for Texas, and we'll have a retail location there also.
Okay, okay. So now I'm seeing the cross coming in, not just like from the good old YouTube section of it, but the real actual crossover coming with those guys. Now, is with their fabrication knowledge and I'm sure there's shenanigans that go on at shop. They're going to be like maybe a new innovative company coming down the line, not just with like maybe some like accessories, but or am I getting to the point of you can't talk about things yet?
But we definitely going to have our own proprietary line of products under Rebel RC. And Rebel Off Road has their own line of products. They have a line of bumpers, sliders, roof racks, and some other accessories. And the goal is to have those parts available in the 1/10 scale for RC, and maybe even other different scales based upon where we go. But definitely lots of new stuff as far as from the works, and potentially maybe some vehicles down the road too.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping you'd say that last part. Because I mean, I'm not an avid off-roader. It's just a little too rich for my blood. Because I mean, anybody that's watching knows once you start going off-road, even on-road racing, like the price is no joke.
Yeah,
Because your build will find the weakest link.
no, it's true. Yeah, it's a big investment. That's for sure. That's what's the great thing about that. The great thing about RC is, you got that dream of that full size vehicle, but maybe you can't reach that point yet in your life just based on available disposable income. The RC's there, and you can still enjoy the outdoors and enjoy that aspect of going out and having an off-road vehicle that you play around with on trails and stuff. And that's what's great about it. So.
That's awesome. So, if anybody's taking a look, at home to want to take a look, rebeloffroad.com is you said you highlighted that you wouldn't be surprised to see accessories coming down from that from that platform.
Yeah, from the full size.
Yeah.
And then we would be selling them on Rebel RC.
Okay, that's awesome. That's really, I can see right there. That's really where your experience of dealing with manufacturers is going to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I really despise this particular laptop that I'm using because it's not what I do. By the way, I want to apologize to our people that we were really late because my laptop decided to update right as we were getting started. So I'm going to throw that out there. And then, so one of the things that I like to do with is, guys that have their own websites and whatnot is kind of go through them. And,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their own special way of doing a website. And it's as unique as our fingerprints. And, if you don't mind, if you'd like to take us through, your website, your Rebel RC, I'd be honored to be the guide host, if you will.
Okay, great.
All right, cool. So
Just kind of go over the website itself, what we have, and kind of how it's laid out.
yeah, that's perfect. All right, so
Okay, yeah. Our web address is rebel-rc.com. Let me see if I can show you. Got it
here it
there?
is.
Okay, there she is. And what we have on here basically just kind of telling what we're all about, and that's what this first banner is here. It's basically RC products inspired by full-size vehicles. Um, as we mentioned, we're looking into doing some scale accessories based upon the full-size line of products that Rebel Off-Road has.
That bumper
And
sick.
yeah, the whole
There's
vehicle is pretty amazing.
That's that. Yeah, you get to see that vehicle. You get to ride in that vehicle, don't you?
Yeah, and check out rebeloffroad.com. And there's lots of cool videos and stuff in there and different things that they have and different adventures and things that they go on, which is really neat to see too.
Yeah,
That's their site. And if you go on there, there's a link to Rebel RC also in the navigation bar. Yeah.
yeah, right there. Hey,
Hmm.
I forgot about the annotation tool. Here we go. There's a link.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, right. Uh, sometimes Zoom can be appreciated or
All right.
useful. It's been about a couple of months since I've had to use it. So, looking through here,
Hmm.
I really like this right here. That's the Kyosho, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Kyosho 124 scale mini Z. It's really cool products. It's officially licensed by Jeep. We have that available on our site and then also in the store. And we're actually in the midst of working on a promotion for next week where we're going to be giving away a mini Z RTR.
Oh, that's cool.
And to that's basically it's going to be a giveaway for anyone who goes and registers on our site and then likes us on social media. So just stay tuned for that next week. But yeah, we have 24 scale, we have 10 scale vehicles, we have accessories and
Oh,
parts.
you got RTR and kits. There's just
Mhm.
some of the stuff that you guys have. Oh, you guys have MSTs too.
Yes.
You're
And
one
we're
of
working on trying to pick up some other brands also.
okay.
And hopefully we'll get other brands set up here before the end of the month. And there's a pretty cool program that we have, which is called a firm, where you can actually go in and finance the product. If it doesn't fit within your budget, you can just go ahead and do a finance program, and that fits within your budget to get the product.
That's interesting. I saw PayPal is doing something very similar to that. It's like a pay in four. It breaks it up over the course of 2 months.
Exactly.
So, they're of course they want us to buy more. That's how they got to make money. And you guys,
Right?
yeah, right. So, all right. So you guys are also, you're also carrying not just the crawler 110th, but you got some short
Short
course as well as
course,
the
monster trucks,
yeah,
um, and then the 24th scale. And yeah, like I mentioned, we're working on adding more too.
yeah.
Comp crawling stuff. We're going to also work towards trying to bring in some of the other smaller manufacturers,
Okay.
support them. And we're working on a program where we're going to do custom builds. So basically, we'll be working with custom builders, and they'll do their build, and then we'll have it posted on our blog with step-by-steps of how they did the build. And then we will have the products that they use in their build on our website. So if someone wants to replicate the build, they can buy all the components through our site.
Oh, that's
And then we're
awesome.
also going to offer complete, fully custom built vehicles for sale for those people that don't have the time to go and do the build themselves.
Hmm.
So that's a program that we're working on. It's our Rebel Customs program, which hopefully we'll have in place here within the next month or so.
Well, that's awesome. That really is awesome. And of course, I got it because I have so many sponsors that are very well known within the industry. I'm sure Reef. He's over in
Oh
California.
yeah, yes, they
Um,
have great products.
well,
Yes.
yes, they are. They break my trucks. I don't break them. It's service. So I like looking forward. You
Yeah,
know,
we carry reef products on our site. We're working on bringing in more of the reef line also.
Oh, you got
Um,
SSDs, yeah.
yep.
As I just kind of like scroll through here at a decent pace so people can see, um, how's, if a manufacturer was interested in getting their name into and out the opportunity to work with you, especially with whether it's custom shop or whatnot, how would they do so?
They can contact me through our website.
Okay.
If you go on to the bottom of the page, there's an area where you can connect with us. You can go right
There,
to the right, so it's where it's ask a question under the
ask a
support,
question.
sorry.
Yep.
And
Right.
basically, there's an email in there that you can just go ahead and put all the information in that they have in regards to who they are, and then we'll get right back to them. We'll end up calling them and talking to them about opportunities. Or there's a phone number they can reach us at, which is right there.
Okay. There it is. Awesome.
That's for manufacturers, or if there's customers that are looking through our site and they're not really sure what they want or what fits their needs. I mean, that's what we're here for too. They could email us a question or give us a call, and we'll be more than willing to help them.
Nice. That right there, that's a unique aspect. Especially coming out with almost a pre-done RTR that's already custom, ready to go. Boom, hit it and quit it and call it a day.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like that concept. I really think there's a market for that. Hearing other people talk, and like you said, those guys that don't have the time to build, but they've got the time to, or they have the funds to make it happen.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Because I probably have at least, I mean, I'm sure Reef's already, I mean, you're already in contact with Reef. But Northwest Skeller Designs, and I'm gonna, Brent has no choice in the matter that I'm gonna put him there. But if in the Works RC, they do some great links. I kind of have to throw him there. He's kind of, you know, he's the boss, if you will. He's one of he voluntold me to be his manager, so it is what it is. Hi, German Shepherd. How are you, buddy? Get a random wet nose saying hi. I don't know if you can see the pup or not. There he is. He's a good boy. So looking forward, where are you going to go next with your website? I mean, you've got quite a few parts, bodies, and such. How are you going to be expanding here soon?
Like I said, we have the customized section of the site where people can do their custom vehicles. We'll offer. We're going to expand as far as try to add more brands to the line. Yeah, that's an important product to have because you never know.
I just saw some sort of, actually, I saw on a travel trailer Facebook page that came up. Someone pointed, this worked for me, and I just started laughing. I'm like, no, guys, that's like it's the size of your pinky.
Yeah, hey, it fits in like the RC 10 scale RC truck bed. All you need is scale toilet paper, and you're good to go.
There it is. I mean, if you just take a little piece of the roll of blue stuff, call it a day. Yeah. Oh man, we delete that annotation because that's hilarious. Oh, I have a tear in my eyes. So I'm looking through here. All right, so you're working with Exclusive RC already as well?
Yeah, we purchased their products and an RC 4-wheel drive. They have some great stuff.
I was staring at this actually pretty hardcore.
Oh, that thing's amazing.
I want one in the worst way. I just want to see if it'll lift my D90.
They're pretty strong.
Yeah. It said 22 pounds. I have no idea how much it weighs. It's got a really low center of gravity, but it also probably weighs 15 pounds.
Oh, jeez. I'm sure I'd hold it, but you have to probably test it before you just let it go on its own.
Yeah. Well, we'll send it, I'm sure. So we got, I like this. This is an RC 4-wheel drive product. I totally forgot about that Poison Spider. It's clear you guys have some really cool products. Yes, nice. Got their 422 V2. Yeah, this is cool right here.
It's really neat.
Yeah,
pure PC.
You have I'm sure you have a build with it in it. I know you do. That's not even a question. That's just it's a statement. So looking through here, and also I see that you guys are offering bodies.
Yeah, we have a few bodies listed now and some replacement bodies. Working on trying to add some more and
Okay.
working towards having custom painted bodies in the future also.
That's a
Um,
good thing right there.
mhm.
People like unique.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the whole thing is we want people to be able to be unique and show their individualism with the products and try to offer as much as we can to help with that.
Yeah, it definitely shows. You know, I mean, clearly you guys have a really good relationship with Element as well. I see a lot of Element parts. Especially you guys happen to have factory team parts for the Element.
Not yet working on that
All
to get
right,
more parts in place.
cool.
We're also working on getting the new vehicle that they just launched in partnership with James Knight, the
Yep,
Night Runner.
that's a really sweet truck. I'm
Yeah,
excited to
it's great.
see you know, that 12 ace one or 12.8 base on a 155. I mean, that's a driver's truck right there.
Yeah, you can have some fun with that. That's for sure.
I was watching a couple of the videos just with the, it seems to have such a low center of gravity.
Yeah, it's
That
cool with it. It's got a cool look with the accessories it comes with the bed rack and stuff. So pretty neat.
definitely, definitely. So, I'm going to get to the electronics. All right. So you guys are carrying Tamiya paints, Tamiya, however you
Mhm.
like to say it. West Coast, East Coast, you know.
Exactly.
Anything, all right, you got glue. So I'm looking also through here, you know, electronics. Where are you going to go?
Yes.
Castle, Tekin, surprises me not, because they're out of
And Hobby
California.
Wing working. We have some Hobby Wing stuff too. So just
Awesome.
try to carry the top brands that are reliable. We have some Holmes Hobby
Folks.
products.
Yep.
John Holmes does a great job with his stuff. He's really involved with the community. So
Yeah. This is I love this particular motor. It, I might jump rock to rock with it the way I have my ESC set. Like it's kind of amazing what it can do. Yeah. So yep,
yeah.
there's the axe system.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you
And
guys
we're
have
working at trying to bring some more stuff in too.
awesome. That's awesome. Like there seems to be, you know, literally brand new as you guys are, you clearly have quite a few relationships with some very well established companies already in place, which is beautiful.
Yeah, we're trying to carry good brands and brands that have quality product. Um, it's all about having a positive experience with the customer, and if you sell the customer a product that's not the best quality, then it impacts your brand. So it's important for us to
Yes,
carry good stuff.
I totally understood. I've learned that the hard way. Let's just
And actually, the tool section now, I'm actually working on adding some more tools to our site. We had some more stuff come in, so we'll have more
awesome.
tools listed and
Awesome.
some new accessories and wheels and things.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's good. I mean, that's a huge seller right there. Wheels and tires. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
between you have Vanquish on here. I saw you have Pitbull. Um,
yes.
yep, it's interesting because I just happen to have a few friends that were basically picked up by Pitbull. They're revamping their drivers team, which is awesome to see.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, a good buddy of mine, William Riddle, was picked up as well, and I know he and I do a lot of crawling, a lot of technical stuff, you know, and it's always interesting to see how each company comes out with a slightly different compound, how it reacts, a little bit of foams. Because I mean, he and I are like, we've got, he's got his pit bulls, and I've got my preferred brands as well, and like it's kind of that 1-2 who can do it, because even though
Yeah,
our trucks are so much different, they're also so similar.
that's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing is there's like, oh yeah, crazy crawler foams. Those foams are really cool too.
Yeah, they
Different
are.
style, the gear style cut on those. Yeah, foams are a really important part too of how your tire grabs and reacts to different terrains. So it's not just always the tire and the compound.
Yeah, that's a very great point right there. I really like these scale tires, the BFG ATs.
Hmm.
Yeah. Are those the 1.7s?
Which one?
1.7 rim? The Intercos?
I believe they are.
Those those are a quiet tire that nobody runs that is surprisingly good.
The tread on that, it's just like the full size, and the full size works really well. So,
Yeah.
with, the right compound with that tread, I mean, that's going to get you
I've had
quickly
a
in
lot
good
of
shape.
personally really I've had a lot of success with this tire. With this particular one. Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
And now I love updated to the X2.
What foam are you using in your tire?
They're very well worn Crawler Innovations Little Novas.
Nice.
And I stretch it. They're actually the stock Marlin tires. I stretched it to the 1.9s.
Okay.
So they do really well. And especially with the foams being broken in. I'm not known for a super heavy truck. You know,
Mm,
my class one's probably what 7 or 8 pounds. It's plenty to make them work, but also not too much to overwork it.
gotcha.
I mean, I break my foams in on my D90, so take for 3 miles, they're broken in.
With all that weight.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, it's pretty crazy. So, all right. So, looking forward, is there anything else you'd like to point out? Any special aspects of your website that you'd really like to show off?
Um, Nothing other than just the product that we have available. In the future, we're going to have a blog coming out that's going to be focused on custom builds.
Okay.
Um, Check out our social media pages. We have some really good content, some cool uh, scale vehicles, and some cool custom builds. And then we're working towards getting some content onto our YouTube page since we're fairly new. We're building up content there. So lots of good stuff coming up here in the future. We have our own proprietary stuff that'll be hitting soon, as far as just some accessories and parts. Like I said, in the future, hopefully we'll be able to get some vehicles out here too.
That's something I'm really interested in. I mean, that you're drawing on your experience really in depth from the creations of the OG and the 10-2 and insert every other truck there.
Mhm.
It making the what is it the Redcat Jenny Axe edition, which quite frankly is one of my favorite editions. You guys did a heck of a job bringing in Hobby Wing and Reef and just that because that's the go-to upgrades right there.
Yeah, and the price point on that product is pretty amazing for what you get.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool because everybody on the team kind of gave their ideas on how to make products great and what brands to work with, and was able to come out with a pretty good product. And scale realism is great, performance is great, and then having those brands tied in with it was a great experience. And it's really cool to see the product out there and people having fun with it.
That's yeah, that I think I in our chats earlier, you highlighted people having fun, and I think that's the most. I agree with you when you say that's the most important part.
Oh, most definitely. But that's where, as a manufacturer, you have to make sure that the product is right for the market and it's right for the demographic, and the customer gets it in the hands of a positive experience with it, because you don't want a customer to have a bunch of challenges with the product and just end up putting it on the shelf. You want them to keep interacting with the product. So that's where the biggest challenge lies anytime you have a new vehicle that you have and you get to market, because everybody's got different driving styles.
That's the truth. There's a reason my name exists.
Yeah, but we're working towards hopefully being able to build up our proprietary line, and in the future get some vehicles out there. There's obviously a lot of challenges with getting a vehicle to market, with
Oh,
costs in regards to tooling and a lot of testing and development. So that's something that just takes time.
Yeah. I mean, in some ways, though, you also have a leg up because you already have a lot of the relationships built, especially with just compounds of dealing with plastics and such. Because, I mean, as we both know, as soon as you hit that magic 32-degree mark, RC plastic becomes rather brittle.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah. That's really where you can see the quality in the compounds is like once it starts to get, I really under 40. You can really see the quality in compounds. And I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. And you guys experience that a lot there on the East Coast.
yeah, we do. And some of our terrain it's West Coast. You guys have some very unforgiving terrain, but throw in the moss, throw in the ice, throw in the snow. We're not sandpaper on snow, we're ice under the snow on moss that doesn't get dry or warmed up until what, maybe March.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brutal on any product. Those temperatures and that type of terrain. That's what's great now. Like you said, there's some options out there with the different types of plastics and things that are available, and all the waterproofing products have now, and for manufacturers educating customers on how to winterize their vehicles, also, which is great.
Yes, that's a very good point. You don't think about that, especially when you're dealing with nitro, or even, how about just coming out of the creek bed with a.
Yeah.
I am that guy that puts it away, so wet, dirty, and satisfied. Right on shelf.
And then it rests on you. Everything gets locked up.
Oh yeah. Well, I've learned a lesson or six. Use good grease. Use very good grease.
Yep.
The last time I used my 6x6 was at the Recon G6, and I fired it back up for the Recon G6 this year, and it ran. I down a servo, a shift servo or two, micro servos, because they are what they are, but everything else ran.
That's great.
And it's a stock truck outside of the, electronics. So I'll take it. That's a lesson learned. So, Jeff, it was great to have you on, man. Wow, it's already almost been an hour. Is there anything you'd like to leave back with for our viewers?
Yeah, just check us out at rebel-rc.com and go and take a look at our products. Sign up on our page so we can send you our newsletter and keep you informed on new stuff coming out. And go like us on our Facebook page and our Instagram page, which you can connect through our website. And yeah, we look forward to engaging with everybody, and perhaps maybe seeing some people at events here in the future. And check out Rebel Off Road. Also, there's some pretty cool stuff there. They don't only do Jeeps; they also do Toyotas and trucks. They have components for those vehicles too, and there's some really good content there also. And thanks for having me. And I'm excited to be back in the industry and working with all these great people. And again, look forward to engaging with some customers here in the future.
Yeah, man, it was great to talk with you again. Hopefully, one of these days, make it out to East Coast and vice versa.
Yeah.
West Coast. Any plans for any big events in the next year or so?
Not right now. For this year, we'll probably just be kind of filling in on some events, maybe tagging along with Rebel Off Road on some full size events.
Well, that's cool.
And then next year, we'll be more involved on the RC side with RC events, and we'll probably see our name out there, maybe sponsoring a few events. But definitely, we want to get out there and do some face to face and just see what people are doing with products. And now that COVID's kind of going away a little bit, hopefully, and stay away, and get out there and just engage with them, see what they're doing.
Absolutely, man. Hey,
ideas.
I'm excited to see where this goes with you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to give a giant compliment out on behalf of Corwin over at Northwest Scaling Designs. I want to read it word for word so that way everybody can hear it. But he's basically highlighted, if it weren't for the innovation that he said you led, he would be in a much different place. Just like, because he finds the RC hobby that is his woo-saw moments. That's his zen from the daily life.
Well, it's appreciated. It wasn't just me; it was a great team of people, and also a great community of people that accepted it, and it's taken it to where it is now. Without all those customers and great people out there, it wouldn't be where it is now. So pretty excited and happy to see that it's grown, and appreciate the comments.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jeff. Thank you for coming on. I look forward to interacting and talking with you, hopefully in live face-to-face one day. And to our viewers, hey guys, thank you for joining us. We're going to try and get back into a more regular schedule. But this is just the way our schedules wind up. This is how we had to do it. It was on a Friday at like 6:30 Friday, But I know a lot of people are going to catch this on back end of things. So,
great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time, Jeff. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey, you're very welcome. And I'm gonna actually see if I can stop live stream in 3, 2,